Hey guys, it's Amanda. For those of you who don't know me, I am an Elite Orange status presenter with Younique. I have been with Younique for over 2 years. I'm presenter number 128, but I don't count my start date with Younique until about 13, 14 months later because I didn't really do anything the first 13 months of my business, so it's okay. Anyway, what I want to talk to you about today is something that is probably on a lot of your minds. And I'm trying to stick with the theme that we've been doing for training so far this month. And it's sponsoring. And here's why. And you're probably thinking, well, sales are kind of crappy this month. Why aren't we focused on that? And that's why I'm not focused on it, is because they're crappy this month. It's January. There's nothing I can do about that. January is notoriously a very slow month. And that's okay. We had 2 incredible months of sales that were up here. November and December were up here for sales. January kind of down here. But that's okay, because you know why? January and December, or November and December were down here for sponsoring, and January's up here. So I can sit here and look at the sales for January and say, oh my gosh, products aren't selling anymore. I need to go find something else to do. Or I could say, oh my gosh, they're not selling. I need to get on Facebook and post 1,000,000 times and get people to buy stuff and message them and say, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff on hand. Who wants to buy it? And no. Or you could say, oh, sales aren't good this month so far. I'm just going to focus somewhere else that I can make an awesome month at. I focused November and December so hard on sales, as we all did. I'd like to take a break from it for a little bit. So I'm focused on sponsoring, because sponsoring right now for our team is up here for January. It's pretty incredible. It's awesome. So that's what we're talking about. And the videos I did last week, if you missed them, they are on my YouTube channel. Be sure to check them out. But they were on sponsoring as well. And this, I want to kind of take kind of the same message, but a different approach to sponsoring. Last week was very focused on Facebook and how you can sponsor on Facebook and how you create those relationships with people on Facebook. Today, I want to kind of take a step back and step away from the Facebook world, and there is a whole other world out there that's not on Facebook. Did you know that? Like, there's people walking around and like talking to each other, like in person, like face to face, and like there's a whole other world out there that's not like Facebook. It's pretty awesome. Like, have you checked it out recently? It's pretty awesome. So if I'm looking down a lot, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I get very distracted. And if I didn't have notes, you would be doing this. It would be a roller coaster ride the whole way through this video, because I would just be off talking about probably my dog. I don't know. So anyway, what I want to talk about is there's 2 main points I want to make today. The first one is think about it packets. If you don't have think about it packets, you should think about doing some think about it packets. It's a cheesy pun, wasn't it? Anyway, think about it packets are something that, and what I've been doing recently is I'm trying, like I said, backing away from the Facebook world and getting out in with people, and I've been doing a lot of things that I used to do with my former company, because they were very home party based. Kind of, oh, Facebook, no, don't go to Facebook, no, get out and get in people's houses. Well, I don't want in everybody's house. So that's one of the things I love about Younique. If I don't want to go to somebody's house, I don't have to. But there are some people's houses I don't mind going to. So, yeah. So, I've been reading back through a lot of my old notes from when I was with that company and really honing in on what worked for me and kind of rediscovering things that I already knew that I kind of forgot that I knew. So that's kind of what I want to focus on today, because there's a lot of you that I know also do home parties and vendor events and things like that. And if you don't, I'm going to throw this disclaimer out there. Younique is social media based. If you don't want to do home parties, vendor events, etc., you don't have to. Don't feel obligated to. You do not have to. We are social media based. That's one of the things I love about this company, is you don't have to leave your house if you don't want to. Okay? Just want to throw that out there. If you can and if you're willing to do home parties, I do highly recommend it. They are an incredible way to get out there and meet new people in person, but you don't have to. Okay, disclaimer over. Let's continue. So, since I've been trying to get back into people's houses, if they let me in, what I'm trying to do is revisit all of those things that worked for me in the past. And one of the things is the Think About It packets, like I said. And this is really something so simple that you should always have with you. I say 3 to 5 at all times. Keep them in your car, keep them in your purse. They're very small. And when I say small, I mean thin. So they don't take up a ton of room. So what I do is I get a bag, and I love the purple bags from orientaltrading.com. Super cheap. You get like 50 bags for like $5. It's really, really cheap, and they're purple. Like, you can't go wrong. So I get those bags, and I stick in a catalog, because for a potential presenter, I will give up a catalog. I surely will. I'm very stingy with my catalogs. I really, really am. But for a potential presenter, I will give them a catalog in a heartbeat. So I throw that in there. I also have a brochure that I believe is in the file section of our team training group on Facebook. I will try to find that and bump it too. This brochure is one that a Black Status presenter made in October. It's amazing. It has tons of information on the company. It's just very well written, and I just love it. It's such a great way for people to learn more about the company and Derek and Melanie if they want to learn more about that. So I throw that in there. I also throw in a larger Blitz card that has the information about the presenter kit on there, and a QR code that if they scan that on their phone, it automatically goes to the opportunity page on my website. And I need to update these because the kit has changed. And did you see the new Blitz cards that they posted? Oh, I can't wait to get some. So I'm going to be getting those. But it has that in there, a couple business cards. I even throw in like a piece of candy or something. I get like the little wedding mints. Like, I don't know what they're called. I call them wedding mints. The kind of like Chick-fil-A has. That kind. So I throw those in there. Not the Chick-fil-A ones. Don't go to Chick-fil-A and steal all their mints. I get these mints from orientaltrading.com too. Don't go to Chick-fil-A and steal all their mints. I'm not telling you to do that. But yeah, throw a couple of those in there. And just anything else that might have, like, if you have pens or anything that has your business information on there, it's something fun to make it, like, worth keeping for them. So I keep those packets with me at all times. They're in my purse, they're in my car, so I can whip one out whenever I need it. And then when I'm out and about and I'm running into people I know, they might say, just in the middle of conversation, oh, how you doing? And you could bring up your unique business. Oh my gosh, my unique business is going so good. I can't get over how exciting this is, and I'm working towards earning this cruise. And they might say, oh, what's that all about? And you could say, oh, here's a packet. Why don't you go home and think about it? And you give them a packet. Or you might run into somebody and you're talking to them and you find out that their husband just lost their job, or their kids are in these sports and it's just taking up so much money. You might say, you know what, have you ever considered doing what I do? It might really help bring in some extra money to help pay for your kids' sports. Here's a packet. Why don't you think about it? And just let me know. And then you can follow up with them the next day. What's nice and what I really like to do is, if you don't have their contact information, have a post-it note on each of the packets. And that way you can get their name and phone number, or email address, or however they want to be contacted, and reach out to them the next 24 hours, like the next day. And just follow up with them and say, hey, did you have a chance to look over that packet? I just wanted to see what you thought. Something so simple like that. So that's a really great way to be working your business even when you're not working your business. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope so. So that's a great way to do that. The other thing I want to talk about is home parties. And like I said, if you don't want to do home parties, that's okay. I still hope you listen to this, but it's okay if you don't want to do home parties. And this is where I'm going to be looking at my phone. So home parties are they're a great way to really share your passion for not just the products, but the company and the opportunity. You can post all you want on Facebook. It's very hard to tell how sincere and how excited you are when you're just reading something on Facebook. You can put all the exclamation points on there in the world. It doesn't matter. Like, it's hard to really tell. But if you are talking to somebody, you know when they're passionate about it. Like, you can tell in their voice that they're passionate about it. And it's something that they really love and they really enjoy. And it's done so much stuff for their family. And you can, like, feel the energy, passion, everything just radiating from them. And that will inspire them too. And not just for the products, but for the opportunity as well. So here's my rule for parties. And this could be a rule for home parties, Facebook parties, vendor events, really anything, anywhere where you are going to be talking to somebody about the opportunity. And if you remember from last week's training, my simple 2 sentences that I send to potential presenters on Facebook, and it's simply, if you missed it, all I say is, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I think you'd be amazing with Younique. Have you ever considered doing what I do? That's all I send to people when I'm presenting the opportunity to them. They will then come back to me with either no, I never really thought about it, or they want more information, and we take the conversation from there. But those 2 sentences have gotten me more responses than anything else I've ever done in my life when it comes to sponsoring people. So I kind of take that same approach when it comes to my home parties and anywhere else I'm presenting the opportunity or might be approaching somebody about the opportunity. So my rule is to plant the seeds, don't dump and pray. And I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. So let's say you are in the middle of a party and you are just so excited and you're talking about these products and you're like, and then it's like, oh my gosh, well, all of this stuff is in our presenter kit. It's $99. We have a free website. We're getting ready to earn this incentive cruise to Jamaica, and we're the fastest growing direct sales company in the world, and our mascara is awesome, and blah, 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 and all this other stuff about the kit and about the opportunity, and we get paid within 3 hours, and blah, 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 blah. That, you are dumping all of this information on them. You are dumping it. It is word vomit. And they don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. They don't care. People come to home parties for 3 reasons. The food, the drinks, and to buy some products to help their friends earn some free products. That's why they come to home parties. And I said food and drinks in order, although drinks might be number 1 sometimes. I've been to parties where drinks have been the number 1 priority. Those are my best parties. So you can do it like that, where you are just dumping all this information on there. Think of it like a garden, okay? If you're going into the garden, and I don't garden much, not much into that, but I know enough to know the basics. I know enough to know that if I'm going into a garden, I don't just dump all the seeds in one place and then pray that something grows. Because I'm going to get some funky looking vegetables if I did that. And you got all these like tomato cucumber hybrids and all this other stuff that's growing up, and it's gonna be a big jumbled mess, which is exactly what I just said was a big huge jumbled mess, because I dumped it all, and all they hear is all these words and $99 and 25% commission, and they're thinking, is $99 a good price? Is 25% commission a good commission to get from them? And they don't care. So instead, I know enough that when you go into a garden, you plant the seeds instead of dumping and praying that something comes up from it, something edible comes up from it. So you're going to plant the seeds. How do you do that? You're in the middle of your presentation and you're talking about the eye serum. Okay? This is going to be seed number 1. Pay attention. Oh my gosh, this eye serum, I love it. And then you say what it's done for you, what it's done for another presenter, what it's done for a friend, what it's done for a family member. Go into a personal experience about it. And then you say, I love it even more because it's now part of our presenter kit, our $99 presenter kit. Stop talking. Stop talking after that. Don't say anymore. Seed 1 planted. Okay? And then a little bit later, you come over and it's, oh, well, here's our primer, or, well, the primer's not in the kit anymore. Let's just use that for example though, because it was in the picture I'm looking at, the primer's in the kit. Oh, the primer is such a good, the primer is amazing. I absolutely love it. And that's also one of the products that's in our presenter kit, and it makes it so amazing. Makes it such a great value. And then stop talking. Don't say anymore. You got seed 2 planted. And then seed number 3 might come later. It might be in the middle of just a regular conversation about vacations, or I'm so excited, or you might say to somebody, might ask them in general, who's planning on vacation this summer? And they might say, oh, I am, I'm not sure, or money's tight, so I don't know. And you can say, I'm so excited, I'm getting ready to, I'm trying to, or you can say, I'm so excited, I'm trying to earn our Jamaica incentive cruise this year. That's seed number 3. So what happens with these seeds? Instead of dumping what you've already, like what the first presenter did, where she just dumped everything on them and prayed something came about it, which it didn't. All it is this jumbled mess that's going to come up. You planted a seed. You planted 3 seeds. So you planted the first seed. Well, what if this person's thinking, well, I really want that eye serum, but if I can get that presenter's kit for $99 that has the eye serum, that's a really good deal. There's seed number 1 growing. Got a gorgeous tomato right there, don't you? And you come over here, seed number 2. Oh, that primer, I'd like to have that, but if I'm going to be spending $39, I might as well, another $60, I get all that other stuff, including the eye serum, that's $65. Look at that cucumber growing up there. And then seed number 3, your little Jamaica incentive cruise. Somebody could be thinking, well, I don't think we're going to be able to afford vacation this year. I could earn that cruise and earn commission at the same time. Look at that. You got some peppers now. See how that works out? Instead of dumping and getting this jumbled mess, you get 3 plants that are growing up and thinking about the opportunity. That's how you need to look at it. It doesn't have to be this big long sales pitch or opportunity pitch. It's as simple as just having a conversation. Just making it part of your conversation and your routine. That's all it really is. And then when you're at checkout with these people, say you're at a vendor show or at a home party, and you're at checkout with these people, because you should be doing individualized checkouts. So you're at checkout and you see on their order form, oh, they're getting the mascara and an eyeliner and a lip gloss. Well, you can look at that and say, you know, you're getting a couple items that are in a presenter kit. Have you ever considered doing what I do? There's that sentence again. Have you ever considered doing what I do? That sentence is gold. It is your business gold. You should be using it. And they might say, oh no, I don't think it's for me. And you can say, well, that's fine. If you ever change your mind, just let me know. And or they could say, well, I never really thought about it. What all do you have to do? And you can say, well, here's the think about it packet. Why don't you look that over? I'll give you a call or send you a text tomorrow or the next day, and we'll see what you think. And then you could talk to them later about it, because the party isn't the right place to go into all this detail about it. But you have that think about it packet there, and you give that to them. There you go. So I know this video has gone a little bit longer than I really wanted it to, but I just really wanted to get my point across, and I hope you guys got something from it. I hope so. But yeah, let's go rock January and make this the best month, because we are, you guys are doing amazing so far, and I can't wait to see what else you do. So if you have any questions about this training, or have trouble finding anything else, any of the other trainings or anything that I mentioned, please let me know. All the video trainings are on my YouTube channel that you should be able to find through this video. So alright guys, have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.